Hey everyone, it's time for the round 4 AFL recap, and it all started on Thursday night where the Swans took on the Bombers up at the SCG, and the Swans holding on in the end just by 3 points. Final scores 83-80. Then on Friday night we had Port Adelaide up against the Richmond Tigers, and another close game in the round. Port Adelaide winning in the end by just 2 points. Final score 79-77. On Saturday, we had the Dogs up against the Lions, and the Western Bulldogs getting yet another win this season, beating the Lions now 73-54. Then we had the Saints up against the Eagles, and I'm not sure about you, but I certainly thought the Eagles were going to win this game, but the Saints turning the tables around after their dreadful loss against the Bombers in round 3. They bounced back and beat the Eagles by 30 points in the end. Final scores 102-82. Then we had the Suns up against the Blues, and the Gold Coast Suns losing to the Blues 59-70 in the end. The Pies up against the Giants on a Saturday night, and the Pies lost in the end by 30 points. Final score 60-90. So well done to the Giants, getting their first win of the season. Then on Sunday, we had the Roos up against the Crows, and the Roos losing 68-109. Then we had the Demons up against the Cats, and the D's winning. They just can't be stopped. Final scores 85-60, and to finish off the round, we had the Dockers up against the Hawks. The Dockers winning 96-81. Guys, you know what time it is. It's time for Isaac's GMP of the round. My goal of the round goes to Darcy Parish. Deep in the right pocket. The precision on his kick was sublime. He absolutely nailed that goal. So well done to Darcy. He's been having a great season so far. So hopefully he keeps it up throughout the rest of 2021. My mark of the round goes to Eric Hipwood from the Brisbane Lions. He took a really nice specky on one of the Bulldogs players. Great hang-up by the big man. And, it's just a shame that the Lions lost in the end, because that mark was really good. My player of the round, well, it's not a Dogs player. For the first time this season, it's not a Dogs player. Obviously, the Dogs have had round 1, Bailey Smith, round 2, Bontempelli, and round 3, Josh Bruce. This time for round 4, it's from the Melbourne Demons, and it's Christian Petrarca. 2 goals, 1 behind, and 36 disposals. He was magnificent on the field up against the Cats, and I tell you folks, my Brownlow pick is looking in really good form. Guys, that's the round recap. Stay tuned for an injury update, which is up next. Alright folks, getting into the injuries now, and I tell you, we have a lot. And we'll start off with the Sydney Swans, who've got Isaac Heaney. He broke a bone in his hand, and he'll be sidelined for 2 to 3 weeks. And not good news for the Swans during the week. Dane Rampy has undergone finger surgery, so he'll be sidelined for about a month. For Port Adelaide, they had Todd Marshall sitting out on the sidelines for their clash up against the Tigers due to an ankle injury. During that game up against the Tigers, Xavier Dersma, injured his knee, and he'll have surgery. It's to do with a lateral ligament, so that doesn't sound too good, and he'll be out for 12 to 14 weeks. They also had Zach Butters, who did a syndesmosis injury to his ankle. I'd say he'd be out for a few weeks. He's got to do a fitness test and a few scans, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. Connor Rosie has a corked thigh, and Orazio Fantasia rolled an ankle in that match. But both of those players are expected to be available for round 5 selections. St Kilda have Rowan Marshall with a foot injury. He'll undergo a fitness test, but he's highly in doubt to play in round 5. The West Coast Eagles have Shannon Hearn with a calf injury. He'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks. And, and we'll go to the Suns. Sean Lemon's concussion, he'll be out for a week. And Charlie Ballard has an ankle injury. He'll do a test for that ankle, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. The Carlton Football Club had Zach Williams out for their clash up against the Suns due to a calf injury. Hopefully he's available for round 5. He'll do a fitness test, but Carlton have high hopes that he'll play in round 5. They also had Oscar McDonald out, and it's not good news for Oscar. He's had a back injury and he'll be out for 12 weeks. Jack Silvani has a shoulder injury, and he might even have surgery done on that shoulder. So, with surgery on a thing like a shoulder, he's most likely going to be out for a long period of time. So, not good news for the Blues. The Pies have Taylor Adams out with a knee injury. It's to do with a medial ligament strain. 10 to 12 weeks he'll be sidelined for. Braden Sire has gastro. He should be okay to play for round 5, but Collingwood will need to get the all clear from the AFL. North Melbourne, well, the injury list just keeps mounting for North Melbourne. Jed Anderson was out for their game up against the Crows due to an ankle injury. He'll be out for 6 to 8 weeks. They also had Josh Walker on the sidelines due to a hamstring injury. Cameron Zurhaar and Luke McDonald, were both ruled out in that game up against the Crows within a minute. Cameron Zurhaar due to concussion, so he'll be out for, 1 to 2 weeks, just the usual, with the concussion protocols. And Luke McDonald, after recovering from injury and, coming back on the field and playing his first game in a while, he's done a pectoral injury. He'll be out for 10 to 12 weeks, or maybe even 3 months. So very, very bad news for the Roos. The Crows have Shane McAdam, who will be monitored throughout the weeks to come due to an SC joint. The Demons, well, Stephen May copped an elbow to the face from Tom Hawkins, and he's actually fractured his eye socket, and he's got a concussion, so he'll be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks. I tell you, folks, that did not look pretty at all. It did not look good. If you saw the pictures across social media, it did not look pretty at all. His eye was pretty much, you couldn't see one eye. That's pretty much it. It's just a massive, massive bruise above his whole cheek around here. It was like he had an eye patch, and for that eye patch, he had a bruise as an eye patch. But anyway, hopefully Stephen May is okay. Rest up, buddy, and hopefully you have a speedy recovery. Moving on to the next injury, and it's the last injury on the list. Daniel Howe has a shoulder injury from the Hawks, and he'll need to be assessed. Whether he does play in round 5 or whether he sits out, it's still up in the air, and the Hawks hopefully will make a statement further in the week. Guys, that's it for the injuries, and there were a lot. Wishing all these players a really speedy recovery. Next round is round 5, and it starts tomorrow. And, it's at Marvel Stadium, and the Saints take on the Tigers at 7:20 p.m. It's going to be an absolute thriller round of footy. Gotta love footy, guys, and I'll see you all next week for the round 5 recap. Right, guys, if you like that recap and you want to see more of my content, remember to hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and hit that red button down there that says subscribe. Much appreciated. For more content, follow me on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page.